Development should be friendly with the environment. We shouldn't abuse the environment, because there is no benefit from, having growth or development by, polluting more, damaging the environment. In addition, to this, development should be fair to everyone. So the fruits of development should be, when we can spread among different segments of population. So we have to include everyone in the process of development. This forum, address this, inclusive development, or for the developed economies, they call it inclusive growth. Since we started our program talking about globalization, yes, we have to have a wide view of, what we need from this world. From the process of development. We have West and we have East and we have North and South. So we have to, give, a wide perspective of, global development. By, investment should go, to those, they need more investment. In our case, Egypt, we need a lot of investment because the Egyptian economy is suffering a lot. And I think we have to do a lot by, adopting courageous economic and social reforms in Egypt. So we have to have this kind of, economic reform program, and, with, social responsibility of this program. So we need, to attract more investment, to propagate, more investment. That's why President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is, moving, in a swift, movement between the East and West in order to attract more investment and, convince, the investment community and business community all over that Egypt is a good place to invest. And I think, we have to do our homework, as Dr. Sharif mentioned, that, where we like to see, a website for, the forthcoming conference we held in Sharm el-Sheikh, economic conference and in Sharm el-Sheikh. So he is looking for that, so to have more preparation for this conference. And I think, the government, the government, they have to do a lot because President Fattah al-Sisi is moving, is doing his best everywhere in order to, give, the whole world and the new image of Egypt. He has had a very active international relations agenda since this year started. That's why, our, engineer Nahla government, they have to work, we have to do our homework in this case by improving the investment climate. If we talk about investment climate, we have to do a lot.
But I believe the President mentioned that lots of legislation has or is in the process of being amended to reduce the red tape, which is driving the investor away. There was a statement by the President.
Even if the statement from the President, it is not enough. Because if I look at our government, frankly speaking, you can say everybody is visiting this side, doing this. It is not the role of the government. Where is the planning? Where is the methodology for making your objectives reality? Where is, if we have this summit or this conference in Sharm el-Sheikh, how come up till now we don't have a website mentioning the investment opportunities of Egypt? How come? How come up till now we don't put something like incentives for any investor to come through this conference? He's going to take package of incentives
to encourage him to come with your money.
To come. How come up till now? And there is something also, another something which is funny, if we want to mention. The Minister of Finance, he mentioned that we want to get going to make a dollar bond. How come to make dollar bond while you have this inflation in dollar, while you don't have up till now something concrete related investment in the country. From where I go to get, how come you can control if you get dollars, you are going to repeat the same mistake in the old regime when they bought $2 billion with 7.5% annual interest. This is something, we can, and he's talking about that one, it is not his role, something, so I can say, this government, inshallah, after the parliament election, they will go, and inshallah we should have some ones which is already,
those who are not qualified.
I'm telling you, all of our cabinet, starting from the prime minister up to the last minister, they are not qualified to rule the country like Egypt in such situation. Maybe if we have, some luxurious period and So anyway, let us hope the image of Egypt, which it has been raised highly by existing of His Excellency President Sisi, it will continue like this, and this will encourage a lot. And I just told you that the president of a company with 10 annual turnover $29 billion, he traveled specially to Davos to meet with His Excellency our president. So this image is okay, but the image is not enough. The team
needs a support
mechanism from a serious government, qualified government, not by classical thinking, but by ultra-modern, by concentrating on development, not on growth.
Well, let me comment on Dr. Sharif's, last statement about, we are in a transitory period. I mean, we are in a period of transition.
We're in a difficult phase.
Yeah, we are in a difficult situation. I think right now we have a lot of challenges and difficulties. Right now, when we talk about, the dollar bond will be raised by the Ministry of Finance. In this case, remember that we already paid $3.7 billion, three for Qatar in two package, and also 700 billion for, Paris Club obligations, financial obligations. So we already paid 3.7 billion. So our total foreign debt decreased by that much. So normally for any country, when they, pay off some of their debts, normally they borrow. So it's on a continuous basis. So right now, the Ministry of Finance will try to borrow 1.5 billion because we have a lot of financial obligations. If you look at the exchange rate of the Egyptian pound vis-a-vis the dollar, it's the dollar, appreciated a lot against the Egyptian pounds. Why? Because we have scarcity in the foreign currency, especially the dollar, because we paid in the last 2.5.
I'm sorry to interrupt you here, but let me just interject one thing and then let you continue with what you're saying, and that is there no option but borrow? Can't we, instead of borrowing, which is, maybe it's an issue that we're sensitive to because our former regime was borrowing more than developing or growing. Is there a way out of the borrow? Instead of you coming and borrowing from me, I'd like you to come and invest, to build.
Let me put it this way. I'm against borrowing. I'm in favor of, attracting more foreign investment, direct or indirect. That's cheaper for Egypt. It's a mutual benefits. The businessman, the foreign businessmen, they will get the profit.
Yes.
And for us, we'll have a more value added. In addition,
something sustainable.
Yes, we will create more employment opportunities for us.
Exactly.
He will pay taxes for us, for his business, established in Egypt. In addition, he will
create a business. Yeah, create something.
He will, when he produces, sometimes they export products outside Egypt, so they generate more, foreign currency to Egypt. So it's a win-win game. But for borrowing, yes, for borrowing, it has a open and the economy. We have to repay back with interest.
Yes.
So, but right now I'm talking about, say a period of transition. The Sharm el-Sheikh Economic Summit, we try to attract more investment to Egypt. So we have what we call a financial gap. This financial gap for the coming 3 years, we need between 30 to 35 billion dollars to be attractive to fill the financial gap of Egypt for the coming 3 years. So better to have it at least 75%, 3/4 of this amount of money should come from the foreign direct investment. And the rest will be borrowed because you cannot, say, attract that much money. But you can, if you are, say, smart enough, you can attract 3/4 of this amount of money.
But hasn't the Suez Canal project been a perfect, the Suez Canal project, isn't this the perfect example that if you have something concrete?
This is a local currency, financed by local currency. Egyptians, they finance Suez Canal, the new Suez Canal project.
But if you give the foreign investors something concrete,
if you ask for
business is business.
For Suez Canal, you will have a difficulty and you will spend a lot of time to have this. But for Egyptians, yes, they love to respond positively and they finance it in local, mostly in local currency. But when we talk about, say, the other side, when we talk about, say, borrowing, so we have the financial obligations. We have to be current. If you delay paying your financial obligations, right now we have to pay 1.5 billion for foreign, oil companies in Egypt. So we owe them 5 billion. So we have to pay them at least 1.5 billion now, during this month. So we have to raise it. We managed to have syndicated loan from the National Bank of Egypt with HSBC Bank beside Abu Dhabi Bank. So they will try to raise that much money to the authority, the General Petroleum Authority. So this General Petroleum Authority, they will get this loan. Say it will be guaranteed by the Egyptian, the Ministry of Finance. We have to pay it. Otherwise, say those credit rating companies, they will downgrade you.
Yes.
So they improve your credit rating because you are current in paying your financial obligation. You paid Qatar that much money, $3 billion in the last 2 months. In addition, say you are current in paying, say on time. You pay your financial obligation toward the Paris Club. So in this case, that's why they respect that. They improve our credit rating. That's why you can borrow using, before raising your credit rating, you cannot borrow. If you borrow against, say dollar bond, you will borrow at a higher interest rate. Or they will refuse in this case. So doors are closed if you have lower credit rating. So normally Egypt, in the last, during, say the recent history of Egypt, we are, say current and on time paying our financial. That's good. So that's what. In addition, we have, say, $1.25 billion has to be paid during February. So this is different from the 1.5 to be paid for the oil company in Egypt. So we have a lot of, say, financial obligations. We have to pay it. That's why the Ministry of Finance, they try ways and means in order to raise the dollar bond soon in order to be current in our paying our financial.
Gentlemen, unfortunately our time is up. Thank you very much for your fruitful input. I'd like to thank you, the viewers. Wish you a very pleasant evening, and tomorrow another day and another debate, and good night.